beer review. I'm kicking this guy's ass at darts. So we took a beer break, and we're going to do a beer review. This one comes from Stoneface Beer Company. They're out of Portsmouth, they're out of Newington, I'm sorry, just across the bridge from Portsmouth in Newington, New Hampshire. This is a New England IPA coming in at 7.5% ABV. Coral Star. And it has the hops of Citra, Strata, Rakau, I picked this up because it had some weird shit in it.
Euphorics.
Euphorics? You ever heard of that hop?
Nope, but I know what Euphorics is.
How about Peachy Keen?
Peachy Keen, never heard of.
Now, Peachy Keen sounds more like a marijuana strain.
Peachy Keen, Peachy Clean, yeah.
But anyways, I'm not really. He's doing a great job at darts. Actually, you've got some telly hair on you though. I gotta take that off. All right. So it's been very competitive darts here.
The last two games were not very competitive. BuMpY wiped my face on the floor.
He just wants to keep playing the game that he's not winning.
Well, I'm trying to get better at the accuracy. It's fine.
All right. So, anyways, we got this one. It was canned Mr. Yeast. Mr. Does that mean that something maybe in here is more? Is that why? Because look at that.
Euphorics. Peachy Keen. Yeah.
But look at the difference.
The colon in between there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Does that mean that there maybe one of these is a yeast strain?
I don't know.
Maybe Peachy Keen is a yeast strain.
Or maybe they just fucked up on the printing of the
label.
I don't know.
Mr. Yeasty, May 7th. We're in June,
June, so a month.
Pretty
fresh.
Yeah, 5 weeks old. 5 weeks old.
Which is pretty fresh.
And we've had good luck with Stoneface. John and I have visited there together with our wives and had a good time. They had really good food.
They do.
It's a nice establishment. You can get stuff there that you can't get in the stores as well. They have some barrel-aged barley wines and stouts.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and crack this one open. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now.
Ooh. Vegetal, hoppy, earthy. Vegetal, yeah.
You can already smell the looks on this beer, though. It is it's a murky. I'm going to call it a murky.
It looks like a...
Can't see through it.
Yeah, like a juice, like a New England IPA.
Yeah.
It's got the orange, yellow, opaque appearance with a nice, white head. Looks good.
Yeah, it's got that frothy white head too. It does leave some of that nice lacing that you want to see, and you already can smell it. So, what are the aromas?
Like a vegetal type note is what I was getting initially, but I'm getting some citrus.
I get fruity pebbles.
I was gonna say wheat malt, so fruity, like a ready wheat grain or
maybe. Peachy Keen is in the name, so
I'm not getting any stone fruit.
I think a little bit of peach is in there, but I get a lot of it's fruity pebble cereal, a little bit.
Yeah.
There's other beers.
I can smell. It's not quite adult nuggets on the fruity pebbles, but
rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Pipe Dream. You sucked.
Yeah, I can see it being a little bit more maybe on the herbal, earthy, maybe even piney side.
I get
of
a little bit
fruits.
maybe more resinous, but yeah, fruity, slightly resinous maybe.
Not quite Dole juice.
No, I wouldn't go that far. That's
maybe a store brand juice.
Candied orange. candied orange, and yeah, like the it does have that dull kind of a little bit in there.
Yeah.
It smells good. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
It's not smelling bad. Cheers.
Just drank it. Cheers.
The mouthfeel.
Peach on the flavor.
Yeah. But the mouthfeel, this is super.
Super light.
Alex would love it. It's creamy.
It is creamy. I was gonna chug the whole thing, but I figured we were doing a beer
It's
review.
kind of like a medium light body, creamy mouthfeel, lower, like carbonation is there, but it's like it's not getting in the way. But yeah, peach is right up front.
I do get that now. Yeah, definitely stone fruit. Actually,
And nectarine.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to try that, we got nectarines right back
I know that.
there.
I mean,
I think peach and nectarine.
Mm. This is nice. I like this.
This is one of those ones where the flavor, I think, is better than the aromas.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
So a lot of times I've had I'm like, this smells
Because I
awesome. I go and bring it. It's like,
wasn't getting the stone fruit on the nose. I wasn't getting some of the hops, and then you taste it, and it's, better on the palate for sure.
7.5%. This drink's more like a
It
6.5%.
drinks like a 6.5. It definitely drinks lighter than the ABV. I like this. The vegetal thing is kind of faded into that was more on the aroma, and it's more stone fruit on the palate.
Yeah, it's
nice.
much more fruity, juicy on the palate. Malt.
Very little. Maybe.
You say a little bready, a little weedy.
Yeah, maybe like a light wheat malt is kind of what I'm getting. Like a.
It's not sweet.
Thin.
It's not sweet malt.
No.
It's
Good.
It's
Like a
balanced.
light-
I think it's balanced between like the malt. I mean, the hops obviously. I mean, they're kind of shining through a lot more this way. I think you might notice that if you watch like beer review channels. I think if there's something that really showcases, even though some of us try to follow like a format of I want to talk about this first, this and this and this. I think with the hops definitely shine through a bit more than the malt does in this, so it's like instantly start talking about like the hop notes.
Yeah,
Which
I agree.
Yeah, which you
It's
don't
not-
always want to get to first because that's like the star of the
But
show.
for a beer like this, where you're going for the hop flavors, I guess it works out. I can't say that I'm lacking. Like maybe I'm getting a little crackery, a little biscuity, or whatever, but it's very light. The star of the show is definitely the hops. You're getting the nectarine, the peach,
And maybe
the
the
stone
yeast.
fruit. Maybe the yeast too.
I don't know what yeast they're using this, but when they stamp Mr. Yeasty on the bottom of the can, there's got to be something with the yeast, and then that weird. If I can just show this on camera, so you can kind of see if it will focus. But right after it says
Euphorics.
Euphorics.
It has a colon
And
instead of a comma, and then it
yeah.
says Peachy Keen.
So I don't know if the Peachy Keen is like a type of yeast.
Or maybe it's a euphoric. The euphoric is the Peachy Keen. Whatever euphorics means. Maybe it's like
Possibly.
a type of...
It does bring out peachy notes, definitely in the flavor.
definitely some stone fruit in there. For sure.
Yeah, the aromas
good.
I could pick up on a little bit of peach. John couldn't. But
But on the palate, I tasted
it's
it. Yeah.
definitely there on the palate. Nice white peach. I like it.
I do too. I think
I
it's
like
a
it.
solid.
I'm. It's my channel. I'll score for.
Yeah, go ahead.
Forced. I'm forced.
First and foremost,
I've been forced to do this. Beer review. Yeah, I'd say top end very good. 4.5 out of 5.
I'm gonna go
Brings
90.
it to 90.
I'm gonna go 90. That's what I was getting. I'm gonna go 90. I think it's a A minus. It's excellent, but this is one of those in-betweeners. If you really like more of the stone fruit and a little bit more, oh gosh, A little bit less tropical fruit, a little less New England style. This is kind of a good in-between beer.
Yeah.
You get the stone fruit in there, and then there's a resounding bitterness on the back end. It's not a bitter beer, really, by any stretch of the imagination, but it's more bitter than what you're going to get with a juice bomb. It's lighter bodied, so you got that.
This might come down to where it's brewed type deal too.
Yeah.
Like, because you're looking at like different water profiles and stuff. FLX brought up recently water profile of Vermont with a brew that they reviewed. This I think is distinctly like kind of New Hampshire water profile. Because I think that it has enough going for it on one end where it could be like Treehouse or something like from like Alchemist or some other Vermont breweries or Massachusetts breweries, but it's just a little bit different. There's just a little bit of a difference, and it may be on the malt end. It's
an interesting beer. It's definitely worth checking out, but yeah, it's not. It's kind of one of those in-between beers. Like if you're used to the full-on New England, like full-on West Coast, you kind of like, try the hazies. It's kind of like somewhere in the middle. It's good. Yeah. It's really enjoyable, though.
And it's good to see new stuff from Stoneface Brewing Company as well, versus just their typical, like, they put out a lot of the clips. They got their double clip, their
half clip, the full clip, the IPAs.
Stuff. So it's good to see a different type of IPA from them. They do put out, I'd say, Stoneface Brewing Company, if you ever get a chance to get one of their RIS, their Riz, their Russian Barrel Stouts, those are
aged,
bomb. The barrel aged ones are better, much better, but those are friggin' bomb. They do a great job with those. Their IPAs, they're nothing to fuss at either. I mean, for something that you can find at a grocery store, they're good, really good. Obviously, we scored them up there.
Nice.
Not quite excellent, but definitely up there. So, any last thoughts?
No. Cheers to good beers. I did give it a 90, right?
Do you want to?
Which is an A minus. Still excellent.
Yeah, and I gave it a 4.5, which is equivalent to a 90.
So A minus.
Which is top end very good for me.
Oh, okay. So that's different.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Thanks for watching. We're not going to eat a nectarine right now. Maybe later.
Maybe. We're going to check out the next